Hare Krishna. So, reading from the book Sri Namamrta, the Nectar of the Holy Name, chapter 6, continuing. Self purification is more effectively attained by chanting the Mahamantra than by the yoga system. In practicing the yoga system, one must be always undisturbed. If the mind is agitated or if there is a great deal of activity going on, one will not be able to concentrate. In meditational yoga, one must also be devoid of fear. There is no question of fear when one enters spiritual life, and one must also be a brahmachari, completely free from sex life. Nor can there be any demands on one meditating in this way. When there are no demands and one executes the system properly, then he can control his mind. After one has met all the requirement of meditation, he must transfer his whole thought to Krishna or Vishnu. It is not that one is to transfer his thoughts to vacancy. Thus, Krishna says that one absorbed in the meditational yoga system is always thinking of me. The yogi obviously has to go through a great deal of difficulty to purify the Atma, the mind, body, and soul. But it is a fact that this can be done more effectively in this age simply by chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Why is this? Because this transcendental sound vibration is non different from Him. When we chant His name with devotion, then Krishna is with us. And when Krishna is with us, then what is the possibility of remaining impure? Consequently, one absorbs in Krishna consciousness, in chanting the name of Krishna and serving Him always, receives the benefit of highest form of yoga. The advantage is that he does not have to take all the trouble of meditational process. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness, the perfection of yoga. In Kali Yuga, constant chanting of the holy name is more effective than the yoga system for controlling the mind. The mind is chanchala, flickering, and it changes very strongly. Therefore, Arjuna admitted that controlling the mind is not at all possible. This would be as difficult as controlling the wind. For example, if one were in a boat moving according to the wind on a river or a sea, and the wind were uncontrolled, the tilting boat would be very much disturbed and extremely difficult to control. It might even capsize. Therefore, in the Bhava Samudra, the ocean of mental speculations and transmigration to different types of bodies, one must first control the mind. By regular practice, one can control the mind. And this is the purpose of the yoga system. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 8. But there is a chance of failure with the yoga system, especially in this age of Kali, because the yoga system uses artificial means. If the mind is engaged in bhakti yoga, however, by the grace of Krishna, one can very easily control it. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, chapter 17, text 21. One should chant the holy name of the Lord constantly, for the holy name of Lord is not different from Hari, the Supreme Person. By chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra constantly, one can fix the mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Save Mana Krishna Padaravindayo. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, chapter 4, text 18. And in this way, achieve the perfection of yoga. Otherwise, the flickering mind will hover on the platform of mental speculation for sense enjoyment, and one will have to transmigrate from one type of body to another. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 1, text 42. श्री नाम प्रभु की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय.